Hey guys, this is Bruce with Brunoa LLC back here again. Guys, let's jump right in. So everything is going wrong in your life right now, and here's how to fix it immediately. First and foremost, guys, I completely understand, but like and subscribe. We're growing at an incredible rate. All glory to you guys. We love you. But jumping right in. So you're in a situation. I'm gonna see how much of a nail I hit on the head with this. Okay, and then it's gonna validate my advice to you. All right, you ready? Any and everything you're trying to do is just failing. And I'm sorry, I'm laughing at your pain, but you're going to be laughing too by the end of it because you're going to see it as a good thing. But any and everything you do is just failing. Every way you turn is just failing. Every opportunity is just closed right in your face. You're at a point to where you're climbing a mountain, and no matter what you do, you just keep falling from this mountain, right? You know, maybe you just lost your job. Maybe you're trying to find a job and it's just not lining up for you. Maybe you started a career, your business, and nothing's happening. You know, maybe your love life. You know, you found the one, or you thought you found the one, and then all of a sudden something went wrong there. Maybe you know something happened in terms of why you guys separated. But even there, any and everything that is just not, it's just everything is just hurting you right now. Everywhere you turn, you just feel like you just cannot catch a break, right? If this is you, unfortunately, this is a lot of people right now. But if it's you, and if this is what you're feeling, I'm here to tell you how to fix it right now, immediately. First and foremost, congratulations. What's happening to you is what's known as an ego death. And what that means is you are on a path and a mission, a calling from God. So whether you're religious or not, whether you are a believer of God or not, I don't know what you believe in or if you even believe at all. And ironically enough, this can happen to anyone. You don't have to be a follower of God. You could be an atheist and not even believe at all. I mean, that's a lot of people's story, you know, in terms of how they find God and their path. But regardless, what's happening to you, to where you feel like everything you do is just going wrong, congratulations, you have been chosen by God, and you are on a path of prosperity, wealth, and blessings. Right? What's about to happen to you is about to be so incredible and so beautiful and so amazing that you're gonna look back on this video. You're gonna look back on all the things you thought about, and then you're gonna laugh about it, and then you're gonna tell stories about this, and then you're gonna teach this to others. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because we all have that story. The ones that have been tried and tested, who went through the trials and tribulations, the ones that have went through it, even the ones who were not necessarily followers of God, but have just been tested in so many ways to where they feel like they have the worst luck ever. What's happening is, subject to how long you're in it, you're going through an ego death, which means that God is forcing you to change. Okay? Now here's the thing. Subject to how long you want this to last is entirely up to you. If you want this to end immediately, if you want this to end now, and if you want your life to turn around today, you simply have to do one thing. Well, multiple things, but the first thing you have to do is stop running. And what I mean by that is, right now, you're looking, and I can speak from experience, you're looking for a way out. You're looking for all these different solutions. You're looking for a way of just basically just, yeah, you're just, you know, if you're looking for a job, you're applying to 20 other places. If you with your business, you're trying 30 different other ways. You know, maybe you're completely out of money. Things have just completely ran dry. Whatever it is, maybe you're on a date nap and you're just doing all, you know, you're going through 100 different women or men trying to find, you know, whatever it is you're trying to find. That's called running, okay? And you cannot outrun God, which means that the irony is, the harder you try, the more you try to do whatever it is you're doing, the worse it gets and the longer it lasts, okay? God doesn't hurt any of us. He doesn't want to hurt anybody, right? But you have a higher calling. You've been selected by God, which means that there's a mission that he wants you to fulfill, which means that there is a blessing and a destiny that is coming your way. But in order to you to be able to hold this blessing, and in order for you to be able to appreciate this blessing, in order for you to be able to accumulate this amount of wealth and love and prosperity, abundancy that's coming into your life, you have to go through things that are going to strengthen you so that you can handle what comes next, okay? And you can't run, okay? So what I mean by that is stop running and face the unknown. The reason why you have to face the unknown, the reason why you have to stop running is because what will kill your ego, and the quickest way to kill your ego, is to show your ego that there's no fear. There's nothing to fear. Right now, the ego's running. You're in running mode. You're just trying to come up with all these different solutions and all these different ideas and all these different things, and you see that nothing is working. You're trying everything and nothing is working. And it's because God has shut every opportunity down to get you to just sit and be still. And God will go through extreme measures to get you to do that. There's no secret that majority of people that become blessed and achieve wealth and abundance and prosperity are people that were homeless, were people that lost everything, were people that had to go live with their parents, were people that just failed at everything, and then all of a sudden prosperity, abundance, wealth came and they fulfilled their mission. However, you don't have to go that deep. It just depends on you. So all that's required from you, stop running. Accept it for what it is, okay? And kill your ego. In order to join God, in order to achieve the blessings that you're seeking, in order to get to the next step, in order to have a beautiful life full of love and abundance and wealth, the biggest requirement from God is you have to eliminate your ego. And I stress this in nearly every video. And our clients just absolutely love us because whenever they see that they eliminate their ego, they become free. And the moment they become free, life is just beautiful. And when you become free, you understand and realize that there's nothing to fear. There's nothing to be afraid of. And everything is just love. And it's the most empowering, most amazing feeling that you will ever feel in life, to wake up every single day and have no worries. Because right now, you go to bed with worries and you wake up with worries. When you're free, you sleep like a baby. And when you wake up with a smile on your face because you know life is amazing and you just know in your heart you're going to have an amazing day, and you do. And you do. Because when you are free and you join God, I just wish that I could give this to everyone. But I can tell you, for the people that have been through it and the people that know, it's a feeling that you just can't describe in a video. It's an overwhelming feeling of love and it's just any and everything you could ever want is handled. Any and everything you ever need is taken care of with little to no effort by you. It's beautiful. So the reason why I said congratulations at the beginning of this video is because if you're going through these hardships, you're next in line. Okay? And everything that's happening to you, God is strengthening you. But in order for you to understand it, and in order for you to fulfill, in order for it to stop, you have to stop being afraid. You have to stop worrying about, well, what happens if this happens? Well, what happens if I run out of money? What happens if I can't pay my bills? What happens if this person breaks up with me? What happens if I get fired from my job? What happens if my business doesn't work? Want me to tell you what happens? Nothing. That's the irony. Life moves on. Life moves on. That's what happens. Think about any time something terrible has happened to you. That a couple years ago you viewed as the worst thing in the world, and look at where you're in now. You're in a better position than you were back then. Right? That's the secret. That's what God is trying to show you. There is nothing to fear. Everything is love. And you will learn that with God, any and everything has a purpose. Nothing is by chance and nothing is coincidence. So, when you look at things from that perspective, you see things differently. You see things from a totally different view. So, if someone broke up with you, it was because God wanted it to happen. If you didn't land that job, it's because God didn't want you to have that job. If your business is not quite taken off yet, it's because God doesn't want it to yet. You take all the blame from yourself and understand that this is all God's will and we are all on God's timing, whether we want to admit it or not. You can't force anything. We're all on God's time. But when you become free, you learn how to love any and everything. You learn how to take those no's and not look at them as rejections, but instead look at them as, oh, just not right now. God says not right now. I'm okay with that. Because you have complete faith and trust in God. And that's what God is putting you through right now. He's putting you through an ego death to eliminate your ego, to kill all those voices, and to get you to just free fall and complete trust in Him. And have unconditional love for any and everything. Because you can't join God if you're a hater. I don't care what your pastor tells you. I don't care how many affirmations you do if you're part of the spiritual community. I don't care if you put in 18 hours out of a 24-hour day if you're part of the hustle culture. You can't join God if you're a hater. And what I mean by that is, if you're putting out negative energy and putting out negative, not just what you say, if you're putting out negative thoughts and negative energy out on strangers, on animals, on the planet, on the universe, on angels, God Himself, even your enemies, you have to love your enemies too. That's the kicker. Unconditional love for everybody. If you're doing those things, yeah, life is hard for you. That's why your business is not taking off. That's why your love life is sucking right now. That's why all these opportunities are closing right in your face. And it's not because God is punishing you. It's because God wants you to just be still, to sit and work on yourself and fix your heart. So how do you do that? Well, for one, BrunoALLC.com. Obviously, that's what we specialize in. Seriously, we change so many people's lives, guys. One session, that's all it takes. But the quick answer, first thing in the morning, you pray. Okay? You pray. You give grace and gratitude for God. You show humility, and you speak of the things you want or need, or feel as though you want and need. I say that because God already knows what you want and need, but either way. Then you take 15, 20, 30 minutes and meditate. When you meditate effectively, all those voices and your ego goes away. So you go the whole day of not hearing anything, which is a gift from God. Okay. Then you read. The reason why you want to read is it challenges your focus, right? Focus opens up your third eye, keeps you focused, keeps your energy in the right space, and you educate yourself. So it's just so many different benefits. But most importantly, it slows you down. Because when you wake up, you just want to go, right? It slows you down. And then fourth, gratitude journal. You write down all the things that are important to you, all the things that matter to you, right? It reminds you of your blessings, which is showing grace and gratitude. You do those four things every morning. Watch what happens to your business. Watch what happens to your love life. Watch what happens to your job opportunities. Watch what happens to your entire life and existence. Watch how everything that was closed for you now becomes open. Because God says, all right, you're ready. Come on, let's go. And then one day, when you are free and you feel and see what I feel, you'll be doing the same thing I'm doing, which is teaching others how to achieve the same thing. Because we're meant to share this gift, not keep it just for ourselves. BrunoALLC.com, guys. Join us. Change your life. If you're sad, hurt, anxiety, depressed, I don't care what it is. We're better than therapy and we're cheaper than therapy. Okay? One session is all it takes and everything changes in your life. BrunoALLC.com. Book your appointment, guys. Seriously. It's time for you to be happy. It's time for you to find some love. It's time for you to go to bed like a baby and sleep like a baby. right? It's time for you to wake up with a smile on your face. Instead of going to bed stressed and angry and upset about your job and this and that, your love life, why you can't get anything right, and then you wake up just as angry, and then you go start your day just as angry. If that sounds anything like you, you need to book your appointment right now. Seriously, while you're watching this video, go book your appointment right now if that's anything like you. And that is probably 70% of people that see this video, because guess what? Nothing's by chance. If you see this video, it was meant for you. BrunoALLC.com. Join us, guys, and change your life. We love you. God loves you. Thank you guys for your time.